Welcome back to Ben Arena, everyone. I'm Michael Gardner for the AUEagles.com post-game extra, where American wins 65-58 over the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks to advance their record to 3-0 for the first time since the 1989-90 season. Some big stats for tonight. Vlad Moldoveanu, 31 points, 5 rebounds, led all scorers. Steve Lumpkins had 10 second-half points to bring his total for 12 with 6 boards. And here's what Coach Jeff Jones and Vlad had to say about the performance after the game.
I have high expectations. And I think we can do a lot more things better. And I'm disappointed that, you know, we're not doing some of those things, a bunch of those things.
Again, we didn't start the game as well as we wanted to, and I think that's well, we really have to change that. And then, all defensively, we were okay, but we have to stop penetration, especially dribble penetration. And we have to take charges. I thought there were a couple of times where we were just late or we tried block shots, and we just got to play smart.
On the defensive side of the ball, American ended up forcing 8 first-half turnovers, scoring 14 points off those turnovers. At the end of the game, Maryland Eastern Shore had 13 turnovers. AU capitalized, scoring 16 points of the 65 off those turnovers. Here's what senior guard Nick Hendra had to say about the defensive performance.
Obviously, Vlad and Lumpkins are two focal points on this team. You know, even more so with Vlad. And when one of those guys is out, or when both of those guys are out, you just have to keep a constant flow to the game on offense. And on defense, we have to know where everybody is, and we have to work as a unit, even more so than when they're in the game. Because obviously, when them being in the game opens things up and it makes things a little easier for everybody else. So when they're not in the game, we have to work that much harder to keep that level and maintain that level, and I don't think we did a good job of that tonight.
In the second half, after being on the bench with 3 fouls, Vlad was put in the game immediately. It was an instant spark for Coach Jones' team. Scored 11 straight points in a 5-minute span, including 3 for 3 for three-pointers and 2 for 2 from the foul line. Eagles ended up not looking back as they closed out the 65-58 win. Despite the multiple individual performances in tonight's game, Hendra still emphasizes there's still more things to improve on going into Saturday's game against Florida Atlantic.
Saturday's game is another game where, you know, we lost to that team last year, so we want to get back this year. In preparation for this team, they're a very similar team, a very guard-oriented team. I think we have to do a much better job of containing dribble penetration, and I think we need to be much more cohesive on the defensive end. I'm not ever worried about offense with this team. I think this team has a ton of offensive talent between Vlad, Lump, and Troy. You know, I think when we're able to get stops consistently throughout the game is when we're going to see a lot of success.
And that will do it for our AUEagles.com post-game extra. I'm Michael Gardner. We'll see you next time.